Welcome to Roots from LNER. Clear your inbox and think outside the box. On LNER, it's freedom all the way. Welcome to The Quiet Coach on Roots from LNER. I'm Clara, and on this episode, we are diving quietly into the travel mind of singer-artist Tom Grennan. Tom, lovely to have you back.
Hello.
Now, before we get into the big three, your snacks, your hacks, and your tracks, I need to know how you wind down when you're away. You did mention in our previous chat that you're a big chiller.
Yeah.
So how exactly does one Tom Grennan chill out?
I love putting on a film, or a series, and listening to music. I'm trying to get into reading. Like, that is like a new thing. Like, I bought a book on the train for the first time today, actually, because I was on the train today, traveling here. So books are now going to be a thing for me, hopefully. I'm really dyslexic, but I need to get that. It's not an excuse because that's what I am and who I am.
Yeah.
But I want to get better at it, and I want to try and push it down and read a bit more.
But that's the thing, isn't it? I guess with everything in life, it is about like the practice and the routine of
Definitely.
it all. And obviously with dyslexia, like, your brain will function like words and shapes differently.
Yeah.
But there's ways to get around it.
Yeah, definitely.
And you'll do it.
Yeah.
But same way, no pressure.
Yeah, but when I was reading, I definitely felt chilled. So I think that would definitely be a part of my chill now too.
I do love to relax with a good book. Always, always. What switches you off from the world and what grounds you, would you say?
I think exercise definitely switches me off from the world. A good long run or being in the gym. I think that also grounds me too. Like, if I go to the gym and I do what I need to do in there, I've gone and done something where I'm like, okay, I've achieved that. Now I can go and do X, Y, and Z and do it at my best ability.
Do you exercise in silence or do you have to have something?
Nah, do you know what? I run with no headphones. I know,
Are you okay?
I know, it's mental. Like, I'd run like half a marathon without, in fact, and the marathon, I run, but like London marathon's different. You have to run without headphones because the atmosphere. But I've done a marathon without headphones, yeah.
Just for context, dear listener, a marathon is 26.2 miles. What, most people's average time completing them, about 4 and a bit hours, maybe 5 if you're lucky.
Yeah.
If you train super hard, in absolute silence.
Yeah, well,
Obviously,
it's not silence.
You've got the crowd.
But when you haven't got the crowd, it's still not silence. You get to hear what's going on around you, and there's noises that you go, oh, like my brain like works in a weird way. Like, I remember different things, different senses, and it brings back memories. And then I've got a movie in my head anyway, so I'm kind of like I'm watching something in my head whilst running.
I wish I could be like you.
Yeah.
Truly, I need anything to distract me from the fact that I've just been running for too long. Could you tell me about a place that's inspired you and a place that's changed you?
Yeah, Ireland has definitely inspired me because they're my roots, and I think my dad inspires me every day because he came to England with nothing in his pocket and he's now got a family, and I think that's unbelievable. And he's still like digging holes, like he's still building, and he's still the most hardest worker I've ever met. So that's inspired me, and Ireland inspires me.
But focusing on Ireland, actually, what's it like when you go back to Ireland and actually to your hometown? What's the energy like, I guess, with your success from people?
It's good, but also it can be a bit bad too. I'm not gonna lie. Bedford's definitely a place where it's small town. Like, people got happy for you, but they're also going like, here's the kid. Do you know what I mean? Which is fair enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, each to their own. Ireland's different though. Like, Ireland is, everybody's buzzing. Like, my picture's up in like all the pubs where my dad's from. Like, and if I go back, it's very much like, yeah, people are really, really like excited for me and excited for my dad and whatnot. But yeah, Bedford's a strange one. I love Bedford. That's my hometown, that's where I grew up. That's where my family are from. That's where my friends are from, and that's where my memories are. But then again, like, there's ag there too.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, you have to grow as a person.
Yeah.
Like, you knew who you were from early.
Yeah, definitely.
And not everybody like has that chance.
No.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So I guess that leads you to the next question: is a place that has changed you at this point in your life? Is there a particular place you've been to that I guess has maybe changed your outlook on life? Or
Yeah, I think The Caribbean definitely changed me. How much of a slow pace everyone moves at, and how appreciative of life people are out there. And I think for me, just having that time to kind of go, life is meant to be enjoyed, not to be rushed and not to be taken for granted. And I feel like when, especially like living in London or whatnot, it's like A to B, how quickly can we get there? And yeah, going out there was, for me, was like, let's chill.
That's so true, because I found that when I've been lucky enough to like go to like the Caribbean, particularly like places like Jamaica, St. Lucia, it's just, everyone is just like,
Yeah.
and you're like, but we got to get here. It's like, no, it's all right.
Yeah,
Just take your time.
In it. Loved
Walk.
it. Yeah, walk.
Wake up a bit late.
In it.
Soak in the sun. Like it's okay, but we have got an obsession with I don't know, like almost with busyness and franticness, I think, don't we? Particularly if you live in a big city, that it's like we don't just take time to relax.
No. And another place where has changed me as a person as well is a place in England, and it's Coventry. Yeah, it is.
Talk to us.
Well, my grandma's from Coventry, so I've got Coventry blood in me. But I went up to Coventry in 2018, and I went to watch football up there, and I just saw that sense of community, that sense of like how proud people are of being from this city. And for me, I just fell in love with that. And I've got a lot of friends now from Coventry, and obviously I took my grandma back to Cov the other day actually, and got to see like where she was from and where she grew up and what it was like after the war there for my grandma and her family, and what it was like to be from that city. So that definitely changed me, and I saw how beautiful it can be to be from this place. So yeah,
I know exactly what you say, because I remember Radio 1 did a big weekend event out there, and you definitely do like feel that sort of community spirit from people. Also, great musical history,
big time
from Coventry as well. Like so many like great artists have come out of there.
Yeah,
and when you were speaking about community, I was just reminded of in the lockdown, you were walking people's dogs for them, weren't you?
I was actually, yeah.
Yeah, like, and I remember thinking that was such a special thing to do for people. Like, would you say that is one of your, I guess, one of the core values that you hold precious wherever you go, like finding community?
Yeah.
And finding dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, I love that sense of community. Like, even I lived from when I finished uni, I lived in East London, lived in like Bethnal Green, Clapton, Kingsland Road, and I saw there how much of a community like this little pocket of London is, and I was in that community then, and I loved it, and that inspired me too. And I always try and find community, because again, you get to learn about the places that you are. You get to learn about people from older generations to younger generations, and get in the mix, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah. We need it. It's vital. Can't do this life alone.
No.
You know?
No.
Right, we're going to get into your snacks, your tracks and your hacks. So what are the foods that you need to travel with, and what are you taking with you on your train journey?
The foods that I need to travel with, probably like a nice banana, because it keeps you...
Potassium?
No, but it keeps you full. Do you know what I mean? It keeps you full. And I would say like pack of crisps or something like that.
Okay, so you allow yourself a cheeky packet of crisps, because you're quite health conscious, aren't you?
I am very much so. But like, I love a pack of crisps. Like,
all right.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, boom. Just so you know, on any LNER journey, if you scan a little code on the back of the seat, the crisps that you speak of, they will literally bring them to your chair. Just so you know.
Yeah. And I take the train every day. Like, yeah. It's the best, and I get the most. I can't even tell you. I can't express to you how good this drink is. Yeah, it's a chai latte. Yeah, but you know, some chai lattes they're not the one. This one at the train station is 10 out of 10. So I have to have that every morning. I go get a train. It's the best.
So you basically get a train to get this chai latte?
I do. Yeah, I got offered a lift here today, and I was like, nah, I'm going to take the train for that chai latte.
I love that. Man of the people, man of the tea makers, Tom Grennan. Let's get into tracks. Now, obviously, music is what you do. It's who you are. Who are you listening to specifically when you're away? And what songs take you straight back to a place that you've been?
At the moment, I'm listening to like Van Morrison a lot. I'm listening to
It's a wonderful
yeah,
great tune.
yeah, big tune. I'm like having a bit of this is so weird, but I've been watching the Osbournes again.
Okay, but you know what? That checks out because I guess it's been what 15-ish years
Yeah.
since that was first on
what a
TV.
mad family, yeah. Sick family. But I never appreciated the music that Ozzy Osbourne made. And like some people will be into it, some people won't be into it. But I think for like rock music, they changed so many things, you know? And they were like this band who came in and just put metal, from Birmingham, exactly. Like, and just put this like, I don't know, harder sound into what rock music was. And Ozzy Osbourne was a massive Beatles fan and different things like that. So he took loads of inspirations, but made his own sound and switched up the game a little bit. And I've been getting into a lot of Black Sabbath music and I think it's sick. So that's been on my journey. I listened to that on the train today.
I love that you suggest Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath in the chill hour, but in the
Yeah.
quiet train. But
I
do you
know,
know
but
what? If it relaxes you,
it relaxes me.
It's doing its
Definitely.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if I'm chilling as well, like I like a playlist, you know, like you go and just put on chill playlist and you get to discover new music and I love that. So a chill playlist is where it's at too.
Nice, I love that.
Yeah.
A song that takes you straight back to a place that you've been. Is there a song that's like I guess all songs are essentially, they're like little time machines, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So is there a particular song that you can think of that makes you think, oh my God, that reminds me of that trip or that gig or that experience of that person?
Yeah. Skepta's Shutdown always takes me back to the first time I played Glastonbury. Like
Casual.
We put it on in the dressing room and just before we went on stage, and every time now I hear that song, it brings me back.
No pun intended to use your song title, but remind me of the year again.
This was last year.
Yeah, this was just last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So incredible.
It was so sick. Loved it. And like the sun was shining. Just had a #1 album as well, which was like to do Glastonbury on the same day as you get that is pretty special, you know. And then it was full. At one point I thought, are these people walking away or are they walking into the show? And they were walking into the show and I thought, oh my God, this is a big crowd. And I'd never played Glastonbury before. I'd been as a punter, but never as an artist. So to go as an artist and do my thing there and was amazing.
And such a great achievement because just a little sort of insider knowledge, like the other stage and the pyramid stage are sort of like about a 10-minute walk away from each other, but they're very competitively programmed. And it's always a bit like, oh my God, do I go and see this person or do I go and see that person? So to pull a massive crowd at the other stage it's a really big achievement.
Definitely, for sure.
Quite overwhelming.
Yeah, it was, yeah. But also like hard work. And I was like, I deserve to be here.
That's it.
And I shut it down.
Yeah, I was going to say, you had to get to write you up. All right, finally, your hacks, tips and tricks that make traveling more enjoyable for you. Are you that person that has that foam neck pillow?
No, I was
thing?
just about to mention I bring my own pillow from home. I love having my own pillow, the smell of home. I just sleep better, whether it's on a plane or whether it's on a bus or whether it's in a car, or a train. I put my head on my own pillow and I'm out, gone.
So you're big from your bed home pillow, strapped to your back like.
Yeah, no, I just put I strapped them out like Dora. I just carry my pillow.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Always.
I think you're the first person I've met who does that.
Yeah.
I might start coughing you actually.
It's the best.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you avoid jet lag? Have you managed to beat it yet? Have you managed to crack the code?
I don't think I've ever been able to crack the code with jet lag. I don't do very well with jet lag, especially if you go to somewhere like Australia. That is a jet lag that is like no other. But again, getting out and seeing wherever you are beats the jet lag. If you go and get into the hotel room or wherever you're staying and you just start sleeping and you're up for days, you don't know where you are, you know what I mean? So if I land somewhere like Australia and I'm jet lagged, I go out and it helps.
You don't surrender to it. Respect.
No.
Respect. Final thought. Okay, as we are nearly at the end of our Quiet Coach episode, I got to ask you, because I ask all my guests this, what have you learnt about yourself as a traveller?
A lot. I hate queuing.
He will pay the extra 10 quid for that fast track.
Definitely.
Actually, probably £20 down inflation.
Yeah. I've learned I'm a good sleeper, actually, when it comes to traveling. Like, a lot of my band cannot sleep whilst traveling, and I can sleep on a washing line now. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Put me wherever I can sleep.
So,
yeah.
hates the queue.
Hates the queue.
Loves to sleep.
Loves to sleep. And I love traveling. Like, it's a blessing to be able to travel, you know, and a privilege. So I'm buzzing I get to do it.
Well, here's to more travel.
Definitely.
Here's to more hit singles. Tom Grennan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tom, for joining me on The Quiet Coach with LNER. Tom's new single, Higher, is out now, and his upcoming 4th album will be dropping next year. Now, if you like what you heard today, why not rate and review it wherever you get your podcasts, and make sure you give us a follow. Dodge the traffic and dive into a good book. When you travel by train with LNER, it's freedom all the way. Roots from LNER, a Distorted production,